Hello, welcome to this week's Wellbeing Wednesday video. If you're interested in videos around health and well-being and hypnosis and hypnotherapy, do please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much if you're already a subscriber or if you've watched other of my videos. My name's Lisa French. I'm a hypnotherapist. I also work part-time in an office. Today I'm going to say happy birthday to the NHS. 70 years old this year. Very, very fortunate in this country to have NHS providing free medical care at the point of delivery to those that need it. I'm going to talk about 3 things in connection to the NHS. 3 things beginning with C. Before I do that, the biggest asset the NHS has, I believe, are its staff. Not just the top consultants or the doctors, but every single member of staff that's part of the team, part of this amazing organisation that delivers healthcare to us, to those of us who live here. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you, whether you're working in a kitchen, whether you're working on the computer systems, or whether or not you are on the front line, people that we actually meet. But happy birthday to each and every one of you, and thank you so much for all the work that you do day in, day out, often unsociable hours. So, my top 3 C's around the NHS. The first one is complementary therapists. As a complementary therapist, it's very important if you do make a decision to have some complementary therapy and have that very much as a complement to any treatment that you are having, any medical treatment. It's really important that you do discuss that with your doctor or the specialist nurses or the therapist, whoever it is that's looking after you. If you're having treatment for a long-term condition or acute condition, it is very important. And in some situations, you might find that your therapist does actually ask you if it's okay with you to write to the doctor that's looking after you beforehand, just to be absolutely certain that it's okay for you to have the treatment, and also to inform them, because complementary therapies do impact people. And if, for example, a medication is being prescribed for a symptom, it's extremely important that the person prescribing it is aware of other things that are happening that could influence the outcome. So, and with complementary therapies, in some situations there is a limited amount of complementary therapies, but it is possible to access them occasionally through the NHS, things like acupuncture, hypnotherapy. In fact, I've been to a number of talks by doctors, nurses that are working within the NHS that are using hypnotherapy themselves. And so it's very important, the communication between everybody who's looking after you. Hypnotherapy is used, and it's actually, it has lots of applications, not all medical. Some lifestyle changes in the way that you're thinking and behaving. Some relate more to medical things than others. This often happens, doesn't it? One of the key things within the NHS in terms of treatments are the NICE guidelines, And hypnotherapy actually is mentioned in one of those, and it's mentioned for treatment for IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. The other situation that you may hear hypnotherapy mentioned is hypnobirthing. It's becoming increasingly popular. With that, my understanding is that if people wish to use that, they're very entitled to do so. Usually they would need to pay for a private therapist to teach them the techniques beforehand. So there's a couple of very key areas where hypnosis can be used, and generally complementary therapies can be used to help and support people in various different situations. So that's your first C, complementary therapies. The second C, which actually I covered a little bit in the previous item, is communication, and how important that is between everybody who's taking care of you. If you are using complementary therapies, whether it's hypnotherapy, acupuncture, aromatherapy, there's a lot of complementary therapies out there. It's very important that there's clear communication between everybody in the team. So that's my second C. And my third C, a quick look here to remind myself what that one is. Third one, collaboration. By that I mean collaboration between the patient and those looking after them, and the fact that whether it is a medical doctor, a surgeon, a hypnotherapist, why not, it's actually really important that as a patient or a client you're aware of kind of the part that you play, really. Most of the time it's not about just going to an appointment, having the operation and expecting that the doctor, the nurse, the therapist just to wave a magic wand and resolve everything, although that would be nice if life were that simple. It usually involves the patient or the client playing an active role, working in a collaborative way with the doctor, the nurse or the therapist. And as the patient or client, what I feel is really important is to educate yourself in a way that's appropriate and helpful for you about your condition. The information from those looking after you, reliable and helpful sources on the internet. I think we all know about Dr. Google and the advantages and disadvantages of that, but NHS Choices website is something I often mention in my videos. And also there's a lot of organisations and charities that have information, helpline and support for people affected by specific conditions. But it's very important to ensure that where you're getting your information from is appropriate, is evidence-based and is helpful for you. So that's a consideration. So in terms of information, educating yourself, but also what is it that is going to be helpful and beneficial for you? Having constructive conversations with those looking after you. Is it that you would benefit from lifestyle changes, treatments, whether it's surgery, medical treatment, acupuncture? What is that and what form is it going to take? Is it something you need to take, for example, a tablet 3 times a day? Surgery, usually after surgery there's some perhaps physiotherapy, different activities that as the patient it's going to be helpful and beneficial that you do as part of the recovery. So this C is about the collaboration, being aware of what's needed and also knowing when to contact those looking after you if things perhaps aren't going to plan, if there are side effects, if things happening that maybe aren't expected, or just if something's happening and you're just not sure if that's kind of what's to be expected, to find out. So that's my 3 C's for the terms of working with the NHS: complementary therapies, communication, collaboration. So very happy birthday, NHS, and all of you that work there every day for us. It's hugely, hugely appreciated. We hear more and more about the challenging financial and budgetary situation that you're working in, and I just wanted today to say thank you for all that you do. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you have any questions at all, there's the comments box below, or my email address is info@lisafrenchhypnotherapy.co.uk. Bye for now. See you again soon.